Good morning, everybody. Rob Barrington here for the Wednesday morning tournament. We are without Gavin this week. We have a tournament down here in Florida in Boca that almost everybody's playing, and I have the day off. I played the first 2 days, and we shipped a victory in our event. We played in a 2-day knockout event with our team, and we did well. But I have a nice day off here, and I'm sharing it with you guys. So good morning, and look at our first hand that we're dealing with. We have a beautiful 18 count with Ace King 10 sixth of clubs. So in this hand, I think if we were further in the tournament and we kind of needed maybe a better board, we would open this 2-no trump. It's not the worst idea if you need kind of a good score and you need to be out of the way. But on hand number one, the big things I'm concerned about when I see this sort of shape initially are if I open a club, this player or possibly this player later might just be preempting in hearts. But also if I open 2-no trump, I might just miss out on a beautiful spade fit that I can find right away, even if my left-hand opponent does bid hearts. So I'm worried about that. This is a hand that wants to play in 4 spades if possible. But if not, we're going to try to steer it towards 3-no trump. So we're just going to start with a club. And now because of the unusual 2-no trump, so we have 5-5 in the minors over there. What is double? Let's do that. All right, so this is really important. The robot messes up doubles quite often, but this is usually a pretty straightforward spot. And this is my idea with the robot and doubles. If you want the robot to bid, usually it's okay to double because they frequently are going to take you out of penalty doubles, right? It's when you want to make a penalty double that they get kind of all squirrely. So here, you're not unhappy if they pass because that would mean they want to defend, but they're not going to be passing because this does say take out double, and it's the hand we want to communicate. We want to communicate 4+ spades. We're not going to be playing in diamonds or hearts because that is what they're showing. Remember, the 2-no trump is the 2 lowest ranking unbid suits. So here we're going to double, see what our partner does. Okay, and well, now I'll give it to you guys. Yes, 5-5 in the 2 lowest unbid suits. So here is my question to you right off the bat. Gavin's not here. I'm going to need some help from you guys today. I want you to make your bid with this hand. And I want you to recognize that you've opened a club. It went 2-no trump on your left, which is, it's preemptive in nature, but it doesn't have to be a bad hand. In fact, it usually should be constructive at least, right? And this 3-diamond bid was forced, right? This player had no chance to do anything but take a preference. And now our partner bid 3 spades after we doubled, and it says 8 or less points. So do you want to just pass, or would you like to carry on and bid 4 spades with your hand? Here's your poll, folks. Make your bid. Welcome from Australia. We have Dublin, we have a bunch of Pleasantville, New York. We're international as usual on Wednesday morning. And this, I'll bind myself to this decision, folks, because honestly, I don't know if the field will double, but it seems pretty obvious, right? So we're probably on track to be with the field. The question is, do we think we should be playing game or not? Let's find out. We had a pass and a 4 spade in there. Keith just wants to bid 6 spades. That might be a little aggressive. So here's the thing. Remember, your partner did not have a choice at all in this hand, right? So in effect, partner could absolutely have nothing, right? It's unlikely in these best hand scenarios, especially when lefty's shown so many cards in those unbid suits. But here's the thing that plays well for us in this situation. The fact that partner chooses spades is nice because we are likely to have a 4-4 spade fit or longer. But here, this is our source of tricks right here. If partner has, let's say, 3 or more of them, this just rates to run as a suit. If partner has 2 or less, we can very likely rough this out, and this will just be tricks. So really, we're looking at 1 loser and then whatever losers we have in the spade suit. I would be willing to bid 4 spades, and it looks like 70% of you are also willing to bid 4 spades. So that means we're probably going to be with the field on this one. Let's see how we do. Uh-oh. We don't like to see the rip to our left, but let's see. Let's see if partner spades are good or bad. That's what we kind of need to know. Look at that head. Partner was in a bad spot, right? they couldn't do anything but take a preference, and now we see why that four spade, that double bid, comes to our left. So let this be a lesson to you, all of you, especially those of you that wanted to go past four spades, right? This is very important to recognize that this bid did not show anything other than you told me I had to bid. This is the suit that I prefer that you've shown so far. The problem is partner has a singleton club and three spades, so this seems like a pretty reasonable decision for them. So let's try to stem the bleeding on this one. I don't think we'll be alone in this situation, but this is certainly not the ideal spot. We're going to try to score as many trump tricks as possible here. So I'm going to cash the ace of clubs. They roughed it. Wow. We're in trouble, folks. We're in trouble. Their strongest play here would probably be to draw some trump from us, but they're going to play a diamond. All right. We'll lead a low club. We're trying to force their trumps. All right. We'll try to rough a heart over here. We know that's going to pass because lefty is the one that's made their 2-no trump bid. All right. Maybe we have some life to not go down a boatload here. Let's keep going. Maybe we can we cash this king of clubs? We probably can. Yeah, they're just out of trump over there. That's beautiful. All right, let's see how many more we're getting in. Oh, we got a ninth trick in. So, sorry, ace of spades. Too bad. They pitched enough hearts for them to be able to rough in. But honestly, down 2 seems like a gift in a 4-3 fit. And let's see, we'll probably beat anybody that had the same auction that we did if they didn't kind of play it carefully. Let's look at the results. What a disaster for us, unfortunately. I like everybody's bet on this one. It's very difficult, and this just shows you the problem with these sorts of obstructive bids like 2-no trump, right? They get in the way so effectively that we just don't have a possibility of kind of escaping when we have this sort of auction. We don't know what partner's hand is, right? Righty also, remember, there were 2 forced bids here. This was forced, right? Righty had to bid 3 diamonds, so they could have literally nothing, and lefty certainly doesn't have to have this hand. Look at that hand. It's massive, right? Huge hand. But let's see what happens here. If we let's see what everybody did. So here, bidding 3 spades is just kind of, you don't have to do that if you can double and show the same spade suit, folks, because maybe sometimes partner wants to play doubled, right? So in this situation, we certainly don't want to bid spades and just force that decision on them. But if you did that, partner kicks it in, apparently, and then it goes a weird, wacky double situation, and then you get to double 5 diamonds. That's awesome. This was 3 spades. Here you go. So if we pass, we just play 3 spades doubled, and that's down 1. That was our best option. But again, very, very difficult to know, and we're certainly not going to have any problem. You can't be passing 3 diamonds, but it worked out well for you. And here is your second best action, right? This took the spade suit out of your partner's situation. So if partner has like 4 or sometimes 5 spades here and 2 clubs, you're going to play clubs when you could have played spades. However, worked out much better for you than 4 spades down 2 doubled. And there we are. There are the doublers, right? And they're the ones that continued to 4 spades. It's just a really tough situation, right? And that just shows you if you have the ability to preempt or make a bid that's going to obstruct the auction, there is really nothing that you can describe your hand much better than this one, right? That's what you're going to be doing. All right, folks, let's hop back in. We need to climb out of the hole we've put ourselves in, or I've put us in at this point, 10.7%, and this might be the hand to do it on. Make your bid, folks. I'm going to pop you into the bidding seat again. Your choices, as you might predict, are 1 spade or 1 no trump. Make your choice. This will not be binding, but I'm pretty sure you guys are going to come up with the right choice here. Good morning. If you're just joining us, we took a dive on the first board. We got 10.7%. We played 4 spades doubled on a super weird hand. I think we did what we would normally do in these situations, and other than maybe making a timid pass, we could have done slightly better. But here, we're just gauging your understanding of this situation, and not surprisingly, you guys understand the situation very well. This is a no trump, always and forever. We have a 15-point hand. Even though we have a 5-card major, we start with 1 no trump because it's the best way to describe our values, and it also makes sure we don't have a difficult rebid. All right, look at this one. So we do have a spade fit here, but we're in a pretty reasonable spot in this situation. We kind of want to be in no trump, especially in a match point spot. We're not in terrible danger on this lead. The heart would have been a little bit worse for us. I wish we could take this, legitimately. If this was a fourth best lead, you would kind of know the whole suit. You'd know 4 cards are here, and you would know exactly 2 were here. Unfortunately, this could literally be anything for the robot, but we wouldn't usually need to stick in the 8, but we don't even have to because we have the 7 in our hand. So here, let's just play low and see if we see an honor here. It's great. And now we kind of know the jack is to our left. So that's a suit we can create a winner in, or if we put lefty on lead, and they lead a diamond, they will be creating winners for us. So what suit do you guys want to play? All right, when we're playing no trump, the recipe for success is we count our winners, and then we ask ourselves, where are our extra tricks going to come from? The winner count is not stellar, right? It's 4. Ace, king of clubs, ace, king of diamonds. Second step, what suit are we gonna play to get extra tricks? Spades, right? We're gonna get 4 spade tricks, right? We just need to play spades first. And we're gonna do that just by leading a low spade towards that queen. And there it is. What are they gonna switch to? All right. They give us timing on this hand. We like this. Here we go. We'll take that 9 of spades. And now, folks, I am just gonna play some spades for now. Or at least I'm going to play spade back to my hand. Here's an issue for us. We have pitching problems, right? So if we take a moment and what I want to do, and I might have to change this here. What I want to do is just note that we have 3 tricks. All right. How many winners do we have left? Well, let's make sure we know. There's 2. There's 2. There's 1. That's 5 tricks. That's 8 total. So if we rip off our winners now, we're not going to make 9 tricks. So where are our chances for extra tricks now? What suits are going to provide us extra tricks? And also, let's consider, if people did open a spade, they might be playing 4 spades. How's that going to do? It's probably going to depend on the heart situation and what shakes out in diamonds. I think we always have 1 diamond loser. We may, in fact, have 2 heart losers. And we have 1 spade loser always. So it's possible if hearts are bad, 4 spades is going down and 3 no trump is making. If hearts are good for us, we rate to take kind of an extra trick either way. I am in the business right now of creating a diamond trick, right? And I'm just going to do this by brute force. I want to get to my 9 tricks first, right? So we're going to hook them up. And here, yeah, this is the dream scenario. When they get to this spot, and this is a common issue with human players, as I know I've been playing a live bridge for 2 days, so I've seen a lot of this. You get impatient, right? And the robot frequently will get impatient in these spots when they think we just have winners. And to be fair, they've created a winner for us. We weren't necessarily going to play this. And we don't love that the king of hearts is on side, but we're going to take the same number of tricks now. And now we're back in business, folks. We just shipped in a 96.4% score there. And that's quite lovely. I think that was probably us hooking that diamond trick up. It's not necessarily a play a lot of people are going to make right away. And there we are. We're tied with 1 other person. We'll keep an eye on that. Odd aha. And there's a 4 spade bidder. When you open a spade, you do get to play 4 spades, but it's not superior to the 3 no trump contract if you get everything right. And that was a good one for us to kind of recover on. So we're back in business. Instead of on the bottom, we're in 6th place, and we have a little over 53%. Look at this hand. So let's just default to one understanding of this hand. In a real situation, I would never open the bidding in first chair with this garbage. It just wouldn't happen. Because it's an 11 count that has no reason to upgrade to an opening bid. It's flat. The honor cards are terrible. And it's just a brutal situation that you wouldn't want to start opening the honor. You don't want partner to think you have an opening hand in bid game with a 13-point hand, right? Because you're not likely to be making in a lot of spots. So the difference here is we have way more information in this format. And we've already made a promise to you that we're never going to pass a hand out. I think I might have betrayed that once. So I will stipulate that we will always be passing this in a normal situation. But in a best hand tournament, we do have information. We have information that the This is a split deck hand. We know no one's going to have more than 11. So it makes it slightly easier to be playing. And it also will, we rate to, if we get the contract, if we get a plus score, we get a big result. Because if we pass, almost assuredly it's going to go all pass, unless there's some sort of preemptive bid that's going to be following us. So here, as much as I hate this hand, I'm going to open it, and all we're trying to do is find a place to play and go plus. And also, I'm not going to deprive you of a hand. We only get 8 hands. We want something to do. So here, our partner made a Q bid raise and then bid diamonds. Okay, we're in trouble. They're just going to keep doubling us, and so this is the exact disaster that we don't want to have happen, and we should have known as our tournament started that this was possible. We're just way too high, and it's because our partner just did super weird stuff, right? We just opened a club. They could certainly, in fact, it looks like they probably would have opened 2 diamonds, which is terrible, because now we know it's going to go pass 2 diamonds, or maybe they open 1 diamond in third chair with that hand, and then we're going to raise diamonds, and we're just going to play a tasty diamond contract. But here, they kind of get us to a good spot. They get us to 3 diamonds doubled. And what do? They pull to 4 clubs, and now we're in trouble, folks. We're in trouble. Let's see. Lefty doubled. Righty opened spades. Sorry, lefty opened spades, and righty just doubled everything we did. Looks like righty has some spades. That's what that double of the Q bid should mean. Let's make sure we know what everything's doing here. 3 plus spades. This is biddable diamonds, so they have diamonds. So we know that's a singleton. And this is biddable clubs, so okay, great. Lovely. So we're going to hop up with the ace here. We're hoping diamonds are 2-2, to be honest. But here, this is what I really want to get to the business of. I want to either set up a spade trick or rough a spade at some point. I don't necessarily want to do that in the long hand, but I also get to keep my righty off lead for a diamond rough. So yeah, it's interesting that they choose to lead clubs. All right. I have no idea what to do in this situation, folks. This is kind of silly. We're in the worst spot. We're trying to go down the least, but honestly, it's not really going to matter. We're getting a bad score just because we opened this hand. And when I say we, I do mean me. I'm sorry, folks. I don't want to lump you in with the disaster here. Man. Righty has to have king, jack, 10 of diamonds, by the way. The lefty led the 9 of diamonds, folks, and it went ace, jack, right? If lefty had 10, 9 of diamonds, it would have led the 10, right? So we know the diamond position right now. I suppose maybe we can get, if lefty has possibly longer clubs than righty, we might be able to get them to rough a winner here if we lead low. Let's try that. No. Yeah, David, it is not the prettiest day down here in South Florida. It's a good day to be playing bridge. In fact, I'm going to be doing a lot of that today as well. Here, this is irrelevant. None of this is going to matter, folks. We're just kind of taking our tricks and hoping that we can get out with our lives here. All right. I mean, clubs are behaving in some sort of way. Here, we're just going to give up a diamond and hope we can kind of survive the rest here. I don't know if we did. I think they might have a club left. Yeah, they do. No, whatever. This was a 0 no matter what. Let's make sure. Yeah. So I think we were going minus 500 at least, or 300. So there we go, folks. And here are the best scores. There it is, folks. If we pass. Oh, they do open a spade to our left. Look at that. They were 6-4 in spades. So, yeah, that's a normal spade opening bid. And that's the unfortunate problem here, right? When in a vacuum, when we look at my hand, right, and let's go back to my table. I don't want to kind of sweat someone else's table. Let's be proud of that minus 800. When you look at just my hand, you're assuming when you pass, it's going to go all pass. And in fact, in robot history, 90% of the time when you have this sort of hand and you pass, it just gets passed out. So you know you're kind of swinging one way or the other. This just happened to be an aberration. 2 hands would have opened the bidding behind you, right? And they're less valuable point wise, but obviously they're way stronger. Wow, they make a lot of spades, right? They lose 1 diamond, 2 clubs, and a heart and a spade, right? So unless they guess spades correctly, which they might do if North preempts or overcalls, but I mean they make at least 2 spades. So if we found a spot to go minus, and that's what people are doing, folks, they're just in 3 diamonds down 1. It's amazing, right? Because if you let them play any sort of spade contract, they're going to go plus. Or if you just compete effectively, you're going to be good. And that's unfortunate. All right, back at it. And now, wow, another 18 count that we're looking at. Make your choice, folks. I want to give you two choices. You know what? Let's give you three choices just for the people that want to swing for the fences. So I'm going to give you two choices: two hearts, one no trump, and double. So I want you to make your bid. What do you want to do with this hand after it goes pass, one spade to you? Do you want to bid two hearts? Do you want to double? Do you want to bid one no trump? Yeah, Mitchell, no kidding. This is what we call the laundry game, tops and bottoms. So we have 10, 96, and 0. And whatever. I certainly could have done better on this last board if we just kind of don't get back in the auction, but or if we don't start the auction, but that's going to happen sometimes. If we got to play one spade making two for a top, it would have been much better for us, obviously. Ooh, we have some people choosing maybe a different action than I thought. Some very adventurous folks bidding one no trump with this hand. Bikini bridge, yeah, tops and bottoms. I like that one too. All right, so this hand is it's too shapely to bid a no trump, especially you don't want to have singleton ace in the suit that they've shown 5 of if you're going to play no trump. Because think of it, they're just going to knock out your ace on the opening lead, and then anytime you lose a trick, the spade suit is just wide open for the opponents usually. The question is, how big is this hand? And here is the answer, folks. This is the number of points you can have for your maximum overcall, right? Unless you bid one no trump, which would be 15 to 18. So 17 is the most your partner is going to expect. So when you have 18 or more, some of you popped it into the chat. This is the power double, or if you have taken a lesson from Gavin's mom, you'll know it as the super duper double, which I love that saying. It's just a hand that's bigger than you can overcall with. Now I want to just make sure you're all aware. When you're making this double, your partner is certainly not going to know what hand you have. They're going to assume you have a hand that has short spades and has the ability to play in the 3 unbid suits. And that's exactly what they're going to know. In fact, that's not too far from the truth. But in fact, we do have a real heart suit. So we are going to double first. And, well, now they've deprived us of our second action, but we're going to double again, right? And we're going to double again because we expect it to go all pass. But if it doesn't, we're not that upset if partner wants to bid if they have a tremendous amount of shape. But really, our mode here would have been to double. And then, let's say our partner bid 2 clubs or 2 diamonds, we would now offer up 2 hearts. And that's the second step. The first step is the double. The second step is bidding the suit that we have naturally. And now partner knows we have 18 or more, and we have 5 or more in the suit that we bid. I know that was long-winded, but I want to tie that off because I know that's a question that a lot of my students have frequently. So I don't think we need to worry about this. King of hearts, folks. Ace of hearts if you're playing live. King of hearts if you're playing the robot, because that's their agreement. And all right, we get to see a little signal, and partner, not surprisingly, does not like hearts. We can see a diamond problem coming, right? So at this point, I just want to cash my ace of spades, and I'm going to actually maybe consider leading a club, but let's see what can happen here. They could pitch hearts from dummy if we lead a club, and then possibly just avoid a heart loser. So here, I'm going to take this card first. And now I'm going to take this card because this may in fact be the setting trick. And now I've set up the queen of hearts, and he might be able to pitch a diamond if he's short in diamonds. And now I'm going to try for a card in partner's hand. They don't have it. And here, if they have a trump card, that's great. If not, we're just going to get this one trick and go plus 200. I don't see us making up too much ground on this board unless someone chose a different action other than double, right? I think we're just going to kind of be in this mode of going plus 200 with the field. I'm sure, I don't think bidding could have helped us here for sure. So plus 200 should be a good score, or whatever. It should be an average score. Let's see what it is. Wow. 89.3%. What happened here? Okay, what was this? There it is, folks. If you overcall 2 hearts, they honestly, they bid less, right? So when you double, they bid more. And as long as you beat it, and here's the people that bid, nah, you can't be bidding there. Just a simple penalty double, and we'll get you your top board. Wow, that's crazy. We'll take it though. So as it was a Carol, the bikini game continues, tops and bottoms all around. Let's hope for more of the tops and or just normal scores as we continue. Here, this nice 13 count just has a normal bid, and for those of you not joining right at the beginning, Gavin is playing a tournament right in Boca, right where we're living. We're both kind of playing in there most of the week. He is not here today. He's grinding down there, but he'll be back next week. And now we're looking at 1 club, pass, 1 heart, 3 diamonds. Make your choice, folks. What do you think? What do you want to do with this hand? In fact, I'm curious. I'm not going to ask this in a poll. I just want you to type in what you think is right in this situation, because it's a common issue for people in this seat after you've opened and your partner maybe makes a response and right-hand opponent interferes. So I want you to make your choice, and I want you to just type it right into the chat. Don't fear anything. You can't make any terrible mistakes. And unless you know that name, you're probably not going to see the people in the chat either, so don't worry. And if you're just joining us, we basically are having top bottom day, right? We are having that sort of day. We're in 10th place, but I don't know. It feels like if we get a run of a few boards, we might be right back in the mix. So the thing you have to understand in this situation is you were the opening bidder, right? You've already opened this hand, and what did partner show? Well, they showed 6, and in this case, it would be 6 or more usually, but here they're a passed hand, so they show about 6 to 11. You do not want to be at the 3 level or above, opposite a 6 count when you only have 13. So be very confident in this case. You've already opened the auction, right? Your partner knows you have an opening hand. If it's right to bid, you will let them bid. Double would be just way too many points. It would be way extra values because it's the same scenario. We're essentially saying in English, hey partner, opposite your 6-point hand, which you may have, I can play at least the 3 level. So what kind of hand would I need to have to do that? A good 17 or more, like the robots are suggesting here. It makes sense. So remember, you've already opened. Your partner knows you have an opening hand. You have a good shape for a double, I will give you that, but the values just aren't there. So you just let it go, and now we'll see. There we go. There is partner chiming in with 3 hearts. That should be 6 plus hearts. Okay. I mean, 3 no trump is very attractive here, but I think we're just going to default to bid 4 hearts and hope the partner really does have a 6-card suit. 3 no trump is rolling the dice a bit for the same reason that we looked at singleton ace earlier. On a diamond lead, if I have a loser outside of hearts or outside of my first 9 tricks, I'm going to be in trouble in no trump, right? Because I just get that knocked out right away, and it's in trouble. All right, jack of spades, interesting. Well, we can see a rough coming. Let's hope they just don't get it. Nope, there it comes. Be Doubleton. No. Luckily, they don't have communication back to partner's hand. That is the good thing. And also, if... Oh, my goodness. This is super weird. Yeah, exactly. The robot the robot had a tough situation here, right? We'll talk about their choice afterwards. Here's the problem. We want to shake this club over here. We also kind of want to rough a diamond in our hand, and we just have lots of issues with all of those things, because doing this may in fact let this player back on lead, who can also give their partner another rough in that spade suit. So this is kind of a weird spot where we might have to do a bunch of different things to maybe be successful. The first is I'm going to draw 1 round of trump. And here's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that maybe we can draw enough trump from right-hand opponent where they aren't necessarily roughing spades when we play them again. And maybe we can shake a card. So here, unfortunately, we already have 2 losers. And we're destined to have at least 1 diamond loser. So that's a third. Is there any way we can avoid that? Only if we get, honestly, ridiculously lucky in the line here. In fact, I don't know if we can do it if hearts are 4-2. if the exact heart position is what we want, I don't think we can even do this. So, whatever. Let's play a diamond, see what happens. Wow. That was a surprise. Now we know hearts are really unlikely to be breaking at this point. But we've at least maybe shaken it to this spot here. Ace of clubs, 10 of spades, pitching a club. There we go. And then we can rough over there with our heart. And now the question is, did anyone pass 3 hearts on the same auction we had? And if they did, what was their score? There it is. So passing 3 hearts, folks, gives you 85.7%. It's kind of hard to figure out that that's going to be right for you to do with this sort of hand. A solid 13, side 5 card suit. The weird thing is the roughing value isn't amazing when you have king queen tight, but if partner has a 6th heart, honestly, this isn't the worst place. Passing it out is just super weird. That's an odd score. And here are the rest of us. Some people are going down in 3 hearts, actually. We did well to only go down 1 in 4 hearts. And if you did make 3, you were rewarded quite well. Hard. It's a very tough hand to want to be passing. And if you did, these players were rewarded. And if you chose to go on, you're in trouble, right? Maybe I should have given that one to you guys. But you're right. Biggs 0725 mentioned that sometimes the robot falls in love with their hand. But really, what are they going to do? They could double, right? But that's kind of weird because they don't necessarily have 4 spades, and we might pick off that. So what would you do with the north hand? Think about it. If it goes a club, you bid a heart, 3 diamonds, pass to you. What's your call? It's probably 3 hearts, right? Or it's pass. I don't think you want to be passing with that good of a hand here. And look at all those cards working for you. When I say, or you hear Gavin say, these cards are working for you, that's what we mean, right? They're all workable cards in the suits that, we can take tricks in. So here, we have to choose to pass with this hand. It could be in a match point situation. That's the problem, right? In imps, 4 hearts would be pretty much automatic. And match points, it's not necessarily as clear cut. But let's continue. We actually climbed up a spot there. I think we were in 12th, or maybe we were in 10th and went to 11th. But whatever. We have 3 boards left. Let's see what kind of damage we can do in these. We have nothing to do here other than open a club, and not surprisingly, partner rebids 1 heart. This is weird, right? If partner bid a spade, I would be way more likely to want to reverse with this hand and bid 2 diamonds. When they bid a heart, I'm void in their suit, so I don't necessarily want to commit to showing a huge hand right away. So I'm just going to bid 2 clubs and take the slow approach here, I hope. And if they pass, I'm not devastated. Okay. All right, let's see just all right, that's fine. All right. Were we going to make a game anywhere? No. And look at the problem on this hand, folks. Let's say that we get to play no trump on this hand. You see the problem? Or let's say maybe we play 5 clubs. We have the same problem in pretty much every contract at a high level. Yeah. Being void in partner suit is usually not good, right? Going low is probably okay on this one, because how the heck we get into partner's hand ever, and if we're not playing even in clubs, we're really unlikely to be getting there, right? Yeah. This transportation is just not there at all. So we are going to be playing this hand basically out of our own hand entirely. We're going to try to transport over to dummy because it's worth it. That spade lead looks like it's a doubleton, high-low. They led the 10. If we can maybe rough a diamond, we could do well. But if that's a singleton, they're going to rough a spade right now. But it's a trade-off. Right, let's hope that was a doubleton. No, it's not. It hasn't been a doubleton all day. What am I thinking about? All right, we like that. Want to give us that ace of hearts? Yes, we will take that. And now we're going to hopefully get to take a club finesse as well. Bingo. I'm going to rough kind of high just in case, because it's not going to matter. That card's kind of irrelevant. And there's our club finesse, not working. But we know they can't necessarily hurt us terribly from that side. Here's our ace of clubs. Oh, the clubs, not surprisingly, aren't breaking either. But that's why we go low, folks. Going low was probably really good for us on this one because we're going plus 90. Anybody that went anywhere closer to the sun on this melted their wings and went minus something, right? So 89.3%. We'll take it. We're back into the top 10, and we see that going low was a win. Going low and playing it well, apparently, was a win. Here's the going high. 3-0 Trump, yucko, right? You are in just a disaster town. Amazing that you're only down 2 or 3 there. All right, 2 boards to go. Let's get some work done. This is too bad. Everyone's going to open this a no Trump, or you would think. There are going to be people that open this a heart. Even late in a tournament, folks, I am not willing to do this. I am going to bid this normally. And this is how sometimes you find your 9-card heart fit, right? Your partner bids Stamen, you show your 4-card major. Even though it's 5, you're in business. 10 of diamonds lead. Before we do anything, let's take a look. We're in a great spot, right? Great spot. We are very likely, well, we could go down. And we have to lose the first 4 tricks to go down. And the recipe for disaster here is 10 of diamonds. We play low. It goes queen, ace, ruff, and then club ace, right? So I still love that we're in 4 hearts. You don't want to be in 3-0 Trump necessarily on this hand, even though, as you can see, 3-0 Trump from my side, pretty tasty because we just have the first 10 tricks, it looks like, on a club lead. But let's hope that this is not the disaster. We're going to false card a little bit here for their benefit. Once again, no, it's just clear now. Too bad. What a sad day. So if we were weird on this hand, well, if we were super weird, we would still play 4 hearts because we would open a heart. But if we were weird in the fact that, let's say I denied a 4-card major and then partner bid 3-0, we're just getting an amazing result. And I guarantee there's a player that probably did that. Where are they? No, they didn't. Okay, good. That was lucky for us because 3-0 is so good and 4 hearts is so bad. And here's why 3-0 Trump is good. You're playing it from this side, and you, in fact, have 9 top tricks automatically. You have 5 hearts and 4 spades. So whatever they lead is, well, sorry, they could lead a diamond and then be able to come through a club. But as you can see, that's not going to happen, right? They're probably going to lead a club. But even if they lead a diamond, the ace of clubs is in the pocket here on the right-hand side. So playing 3-0 Trump would have been a win. I don't care. I'm always opening that hand of no Trump. I'm going to do the same thing. I do not care. This is our last chance to excel, folks. At least we're above 50. But let's look at this hand. And, I mean, all right. I'm going to ask you a random question. I want you to make your choice, and my choice will be based on your choice, right? So make your choice. Open 1 spade, or go for the win. Now, it's unlikely we can win, but with 100%, sometimes if it's tightly stacked near the top, there's a chance that we could, with a very good score, a 90 or above, maybe win, but also possibly just squeak into like the top 2 or top 3. So your choice is kind of, do you want to play bridge or do you want to play for the win and go down a weird rabbit hole that we might not get out of? And I like it that it's your choice because I've made some spec choices as we've gone along here. Although, I mean, a couple of them were very unlucky and a couple we could just do better on. All right, we have almost 3/4, in fact, more than 3/4 view just wanting to open a spade, and that's what we're going to do, folks. We can get our top in other ways. And here we go. Babs, thanks so much for that super chat. No, I mean, 1-0 Trump was possibly in the offing there. A super weird way would be to open 1 diamond, right? That's another possible weird thing, but we're not in weird town anymore, folks. We're just going to bid our hand naturally, and it looks like we may have found our way into a 4-3 heart fit. Okay, we like this. We want it to be complicated, right? We don't want a super straightforward hand that we're just going to bang down 8 tricks and call it a day. We want this sort of hand that's kind of tasty. So here we go, folks. We're going to play the 10 here just to force out, hopefully, the king. But if it's not the king, at least we've gotten the jack off the table. And now it's time to just get a diamond on the table. What I'm trying to do here is build up ways where I can pitch losers, right? The more diamond tricks I create now, the better chance I have of taking tricks and pitching losers. And there, that was huge, right? We now know the jack of hearts is to our right. Okay, we'll just play low here. Hopefully they get this wrong. They didn't. And here's the problem. They're getting their winners before we're getting to pitch, right? We don't love that. And now we're just in the business of trying to maybe get an entry to dummy if hearts aren't breaking, but they are. That is disaster. All right, so now's the time we're just kind of crowding out a spade, and yep, there we go. Now we just either have spades or the dummy. All right. Not too bad. 60.7% for being in this contract. And I want to show you how good the robot did on this. And notice we still climbed up to 5th place. And we had no chance at catching 1st place. That's a good thing, right? We may have snuck into maybe around here with like a really good result. But it's very good that we went normal here and just got a nice 60% at the end, because legit no possibility of climbing up to that top spot for sure. This is such a good job by Mr. Robot, right? They're trying their best to get us out of spades and into something better, but if we do rebid 2 spades, they have a very happy pass also, right? So the 1 no trump bid just literally is waiting to see what partner bids and pass, right? So we're much better off, and usually we're super well off in a spot where we can maybe trump and dummy. I think on this one we may have done slightly better if we played spades first, because then maybe we can get a trick. But they did such a good job of just hooking up their club tricks right away, and notice this position just owns the dummy. Sitting over it in this spot. Mitchell, thank you so much. We'll be on one more time before the holidays, and then of course we'll be on between Christmas and New Year's as well. But if I don't see all of you, I want to wish you all a very happy holiday and a wonderful New Year. We'll go right up till the end of 2023, and then we'll start 2024 with some fresh bridge and some great new content for all of you. So thank you guys so much for joining, and we'll try to do better next week. I think we're still I can't remember if we won last week with Gavin and I, but if we didn't, we're still on a little bit of a down streak. We're going to come back with like a 90%er at some point. But thank you all so much for staying tuned to this show and everything else we have here, and I will see you very soon, either at the tables or right back here on this channel. Thanks a lot, folks, and have a great day.